How's it going, everyone? Hopefully everyone is having a good week and is looking forward to our weekly review and look forward. Want to start this off by highlighting this profile on the right side of the screen here. This is a 6-month profile I have added as we trade under our primary March structure. I needed a time frame that could really show our structure below quite well and focus on those value areas, specifically from these trades in mid to end February, as well as the beginning of March. So that's kind of the reasoning behind the time frame chosen for this profile displayed right now. Obviously, last week we saw weekly one time framing down stay intact as we balanced early in the week, and the beginning of this week saw our loss of this March structure and has traded down below. Now, for level-wise, things are pretty straightforward here. I do really like this balance that we traded after NVIDIA's ER at the end of February. We see that still being respected right now, and it is the balance we are still trading within. Sell-side trend is still maintained here as we continue to put in lower highs and lower lows. Although intraday action is more balanced, shorts are still favored in this area. Now, for downside continuation targets, as we're trading here under this 5060 to 5070 edge, we are in this imbalance created from NVIDIA's ER. If you can see the structure down below through the beginning to end of February, we did have some larger degree oscillations down here from 4960 through our 5060, a 100-point range there. But the trade out, and then as we rebalanced, was strictly off of NVIDIA ER. So a lot of these participants who were positioned short here and put in these node structures are no longer transacting or in these positions. So I'm going to lean less within these small kind of node structures, and I'm looking for this larger degree move down into the VPOC created prior the NVIDIA ER move, as well as this really well-established past buy-side zone that was previous resistance. So this is just a very elementary resistance to support flip that had multiple nice tests. So like I said, more interested in this VPOC 4979 and then ultimately below in this node structure from our 5K down through around 4940, with 4960 being your most immediate edge, and our VPOC of 4979 being the POC of this balance. So, that was a lot of words. Slow it down, go review it. But that's basically it for the downside. It's can we continue to stay in this channel and clean up this VPOC? That's kind of your main goal for sellers here, and the main thing to look for into Friday as well as early next week. Buyers, also quite straightforward, although it's going to need a significant shift in our current order book, and I think it will be catalyst driven. We do have Netflix that just reported earnings here, beats across the board, not a ton of buy side activity being observed, but for buyers here, we need to get up into this top of the node and clear this 20 to 25 zone really quick. So here's 20 and here is our 25. We can see really tight into this edge of this bottom distribution, higher time frame confluence with our past profile as well, and a very strong resistance put in structurally. So there's 1, 2, 3 tests before our larger degree move that we saw yesterday on Wednesday. If we can build into this edge and see bids, your first look is just a return to this previous structure from last week, as well as the month of March. Once we're in, or if we get into this 5160 node, then same thing that we've been talking about over the last couple months. Do we chunk back up through our primary balance here at 5200, or rejections should see this traded back below? And I do think this low volume node will continue to be respected. We don't have too much interaction yet. It's going to need to see a large buy side move and then some kind of liquidity probes below is what I think is going to cause the primary build out of this area. So once again, Just a quick overview of what we're looking at here. Sell side continuation, chunk down through the structure and towards 49.79. This primary balance below. Really like looking at this as just a double distribution and respecting these nodes as just a low volume node until we see a test, and if participants are still interested in transacting there. Until then, once again, let's look at it as a double distribution like this. Upside 20, 25, really important here in terms of value as well as structure, and then look back up towards 51.60. That's all I got for you guys. Pretty straightforward. Come hang out and ask questions if you have any in our free YouTube streams, as well as come hang out in the Discord. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope you have some good trades. Thanks, friends.